Welcome back. This is an optional lesson in week 3 of year 2. In this lesson, I'll give you an alternative way of doing binary subtraction. So in this lesson, I'll recap the method of binary subtraction which we have learned and present a new method which uses rules, and I'll go through a couple of worked examples. So you should already know how to do binary addition and how to convert a number into its negative using 2's complement. The current method of binary subtraction which you have learned employs both of these methods. You turn the second number into a negative number and then you add the two numbers together. So the other way that we can do binary subtraction is to use rules like we did with binary addition. There are 6 rules altogether. So here are the first 4. 1 minus 0 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0, and 0 minus 0 is 0. I think those are pretty straightforward. And then if sometimes we go into a minus result, so 0 minus 1, and the way we write this is to write down 1 and carry 1 into the next column. This is similar to how you do subtraction when you borrow a 10 and then pay it back. That's how the teacher sometimes teaches it. Anyway, we don't need to worry about that. Basically, we're borrowing a 2 and paying it back. But the way we write it is we write 1 and we carry 1 into the next column. Now, because of the carry bit, we sometimes have to subtract 2 if we're subtracting 1 and a carry bit. So there are 2 further rules to deal with that. 1 minus 2, it's basically the same as 0 minus 1. You get the answer is minus 1, so you write 1 and carry a bit up into the 2's column. And occasionally you're going to have to minus 2, so to get that result you would write 0 and carry 1. So there are 6 rules. They all make sense, but it's just more rules than with binary addition. So we can do either. We can use either method to carry out a subtraction. Whichever method you use, remember to write your working down when you're doing a question in the exam to show that you understand the method. So let's go through a couple of worked examples. Here's a question that you might typically see in the exam. We're going to subtract one binary number from another and show our working. So we'd begin by putting the 2 numbers into the binary grid. You can see that they're 2's complement numbers, so the most significant bit is negative, but they're both positive numbers, so they have 0 in that bit. So here they are in the grid, and we're going to use the rules of binary subtraction that we have just reviewed, starting with the least significant bit. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. And in the 4's column, 1 minus 1 is 0. In the 8's column, we're going into negative. So 0 minus 1, and remember how we deal with that, 1 and carry 1. And 1 minus 2, it's the same, you're getting minus 1. So we show that by 1 and carry 1. 0 minus 1, 1 and carry 1. 1 minus 2, 1 and carry 1. 0 minus 1, 1 and carry 1. As with the 2's complement method, we can sometimes get an overflow bit when we're doing binary subtraction, but this is not an error, it's just the way the computer deals with binary subtraction. And we can check that we got the right result by doing the same sum using the 2's complement method. You should get the same result, or convert all 3 numbers to decimal. And they are 86, 92 and minus 6. And that's correct. 86 minus 92 is minus 6. So we got the correct result, the same result by all methods. bear in mind that in the exam you would not stop and do this checking. There isn't time, and all you should do is do a subtraction number, pick one of the methods, do the subtraction, show you're working, and move on. So here's another example where I've put the numbers into the grid. So what I'd like you to do now is pause the video and try this using all 6 rules of binary subtraction that we learned earlier. So I'm going to stop for a bit now, give you a chance to pause the video and do this sum for yourself, and then I'll show you the answer on the next slide. So apply the rules of binary subtraction, starting with the least significant column. 0 minus 0 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, 0 minus 1, that's the minus result, so we get 1 and carry 1. And now in the 8th column we've got 0 minus 2, so that's the final rule of binary subtraction, and we write 0 and carry 1. 1 minus 2 is 1 and carry 1. 0 minus 2 is 0 and carry 1. 1 minus 1 is 0 and 0 minus 0 is 0. So that's our answer. I hope you got the right result. Remember what happens when you're taking away 2. You write 0 and carry 1. Okay, so we can also check it. So that's the result that we got. We could do that using 2's complement and we'd get the same result, or convert to decimal and it's 82 minus 60 is 22. So correct, a correct result again. So I hope you've got the hang of using these 6 rules of binary subtraction. For some of you that will be the easiest and simplest way to carry out binary subtraction. And here are some sums for you to have a go at. Convert all of these decimal numbers into binary and then carry out the subtraction using the rules of binary subtraction. This is an optional lesson, so if you have a go at that, either email me or show me the results so that I can see that you've mastered this second method. Okay, well done for learning an alternative, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.